just caught an interview with Jermall Charlo on Fight Hub. If you don't know, today was the formal announcement of his fight with Brandon Adams. I believe it's June 29th. Ironically, it's the same day as Andrade and a tentative date for Anthony Yarde taking on Kovalev in Russia, with some complications going on with that fight right now as far as the promotional side of things. But I'll link the interview in the description under source link. Love to hear you guys' opinion on just the overall video and interview. But we back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And pretty much, it sounds like Canelo and Andrade have pretty much broken Jermall Charlo. And I don't mean like broken him mentally, but pretty much better off, they have froze him out of the division. He says after, if he's victorious, versus Brandon Adams, which we all expect him to be victorious, but it's been a year upset. He says he's going to call out Demetrius Andrade one more time. He's going to call out Canelo one more time. And there's no response, no rebuttal, or they don't want to dance with the Charlo, then he going to move up. That's what he said, pretty much. He going to try to be a three-division world champion. But to be honest, he's only a one-division champion because he didn't really win a real championship. He was an interim champion at 160. So it's at the point where pretty much the zone is froze out Jermall Charlo. And before he gets an opportunity to showcase his skills and what he can really do at 160, which will be a huge mystery no matter what he does at 68. It's a mystery how he matches up with Canelo. It's a mystery how he matches up with Andrade. The Danny Jacobs fight is no interest in there. He didn't mention Danny Jacobs. There should be no interest. When he wanted to fight Danny Jacobs, Jacobs didn't want that smoke, So it shouldn't be no interest there. I'm not mad at him at that one. Well, obviously, Triple G didn't want to fight him. Somebody sent me something with Tom Laffer, said they open to the fight. No, they're not. They're going to be trying to do a trilogy with Canelo, and they're not going to bust a legitimate move until they get that trilogy with Canelo Alvarez. We all know that's just what it is. And for Charlo, it's kind of pathetic that we live in an era where a dude who was, very, very good and had a solid little resume at 154 pounds, goes to 160, takes an interim title, which was a big mistake. He should have just stayed in the IBF or the WBO rankings and got a title shot. And then he could have said he really was a two-division champion. But only in this era does a guy move up and we don't get an opportunity to see his potential at 160. We got to look forward to him entering the daunted 168-pound division, which I will talk about shortly. But, for him, it's a travesty, man. I will be suing the WBC. Now, I heard that he getting some step-aside money from Canelo Alvarez team. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, what the situation may be. I heard that is true. But maybe he tired of waiting for his title shot. And obviously the zone came with the correct offer for him to go over there and fight. So at this point, he got to move on. Andrade has been one of the biggest trolls in boxing history, if not the biggest troll. And with that being the case, if Andrade don't want to fight him, Andrade did call him out, said he wanted to fight him. He said, I want to fight Jermall Charlo, and I want all those fights. But he talked, but nobody believes him. And pretty much he's the main reason why the Lara fight didn't happen. He's the main reason, the Korobov fight didn't happen. He could have moved up years ago and fought Korobov for the 160-pound belt, but it didn't happen because Andrade said the money wasn't right. He always talking about the money wasn't right. He could have fought Jermall Charlo years ago, said the money wasn't right. So I wouldn't trust Jermall Charlo being in Canelo plans. I wouldn't trust him being in Andrade plans. I think we can all agree that we plan on Jermall Charlo moving up to 68. Billy Joe Saunders is trying to fight Callum Smith. Callum Smith has been one of the most inactive champions, especially they gave him the lineal belt, which he doesn't deserve. He should have to earn that, not with a lukewarm or watered-down World Box Super Series super middleweight tournament. David Benavidez, I said Caleb Plant, Jesse Hart, Gilberto Ramirez moved up, Billy Joe Saunders in the mix. Fedor Shuvanov is still there. Carl Frost has expressed some thoughts on coming back. I think those all are just. I think those are just artificial thoughts. So looking at the division, Uzatagi is still there. So for Jermall Charlo, he's a big 160-pounder, but I don't know how he fares at 100. I mean, he's a big 160-pounder. But I don't know how good of a 160-pounder he was. I really don't know how good of a 154-pounder he was. I never seen him fight until, really, fight until he moved up and got a championship shot at Matt Korobov. I mean, not Matt Korobov, but K9. And then he fought Charlo, and there was a struggle there. It was talking about he was too drained to make the weight class. He's supposed to move up, but he stuck around to shut J-Rock mouth up. He shut him down. Really, he ain't really never had a significant fight, like a tough significant fight, to really gauge where he is against a Golovkin, a Canelo, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Trout had already been defeated, I believe, and I think he'd been defeated a couple times, Canelo, Lara by that time. So we really never got a chance to see how good Jermall Charlo really was. He was really good, but I mean as far as like, we seen how good Martinez was when he finally beat Paul Williams, when he beat Pavlik. We knew Mayweather was the truth when, he shut out Marquez. He just continuously beat De La Hoya and guys of that nature. Jermall Charlo has never had an over the hump type fight to let us know as far as skill level where he is, a real fighting at 168. I mean, he has options. I think it's a great move, but I hate to see this generation continue to change the narratives in boxing, in the sport of boxing, or just change the way things are done. How does a guy move up to 160 and doesn't get an opportunity to prove himself? And he's calling for all the fights. I just think it ain't right. But as far as his chances at 168, you got Anthony Dirrell still there. You got Benavidez. You got, Chris Eubanks Jr., Uzatagi. I think Chris Eubanks Jr., Uzatagi, Fedor Shuvanov are all good fights to get his feet wet. I believe the WBC should mandate him versus Javier Uderman. That's what I would do. I think he should be mandated to fight Javier Uderman. The winner gets the winner of David Benavidez and Anthony Dirrell, which is supposed to be going down. I think that's the proper thing for the WBC to do, is order Jermall Charlo, since they hold him at 160, order him versus Javier Uderman, and do Uderman, the winner of Uderman and Charlo, and do that winner versus the Benavidez and Dirrell winner, and get him an immediate shot at the title. If not, I think Chris Eubanks Jr. would be a good fight. Uzataki would be a good fight. Peter Quillen would be a good fight. Caleb Truex, if they redo it, the winner Quillen and Truex, that'd be a good fight for Jermall Charlo. It's a lot of good fights to get his feet wet. If he wants to go to the UK and beat up on Billy Joe Saunders, I don't know if Billy Joe Saunders want to do that. He's affiliated with ESPN. So my opinion, I would like to see him get a shot through the WBC. I'd like to see them order Uderman, Jermall Charlo. After this, the winner fight Benavidez and Dirrell, and then we cool. I'd like to see that. But if that doesn't happen for him, I'd like to see him fight Quillen or Truex, or both of them in succession. I'd like to see him fight Uzataki. Maybe move up the ranking system. If not, none of them, maybe Fedor Shuvanov. I think that's a good fight for him. I like to see him fight some of those dudes, man, to be honest. And but the ideal situation is the Uderman title eliminator. I think he deserved that. But if he didn't want to go that route, I think a fight versus Chris Eubanks Jr. would be pretty good for him financially. I think that'd be a good look for him, man. But hey, it's pathetic, man, that we got guys that want all the smoke. We got guys that moved up in weight, and now we don't get an opportunity to see what they bring to the table. It's funny that this dude been a professional for however long he's been, and we still got questions about how good is he? Is he really elite? Because the sport of boxing is now going to a pussification. All these dudes are scared to compete, and he ain't one of the dudes that's scared to compete. Him and his brother want to fight the best. It's not the reason it's not their fault that they're not getting the fights they want to get. But hey, it is what it is. I look forward to seeing Charlo at 168. Let me know what you guys think about Charlo going to 68. You can check out the rankings at Boxing Scene. They got a rankings where it ranks all of them. It's not always up to date because it's tough to do, but it gives you good insight about who's in that division. Let me know as far as who you want to see Charlo get his feet wet with, and should he go to should the WBC order him and Uderman as a title eliminator to the Dirrell and Benavidez little thing going on. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos, man. If you want to make a donation, the links in the description. Appreciate it, man. All my links in the description. Interview link in the description on the source link. Goodfellas Sports TV. We go.